Hey, how's it going, peeps? Welcome to a game called Do Not Take This Cat Home. Now, if there's one thing you should know about me, I'm probably gonna fail this game, because I love fucking cats.
Huh?
I mean, I fucking love cats. Anyway, I am absolutely going to take this cat home. And there is nothing you or anybody can do to stop me. You can try, but it ain't gonna work. Now apparently this game has 40 endings. Now, I'm gonna do my best to get one, and we'll see where the night takes us. Alright, let's see what this cat wants. You're not having a great day, as usual. Bitch, you don't know me. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Oh dear. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Alright, well, you heard him. That's gonna do it for this video. See ya. Kidding. You turn to head home when... Was that a kitty?
Huh? What was that?
There were only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Is the cat killing them? Did I just spoil a few endings? Well, that, and the weather. ... But none of them react to the sound at all. Soulless. Oh! Curiosity, guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, where you are surprised by a homeless man on drugs. He says, "Got any change for booze?" The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Oh, he's only gonna do it one time. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a big, hairy pussy. It's a cat.
Huh. Guess that should have been obvious.
It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Can I help you?
Ugh. So cute.
And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion, one way or another, about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. I mean, that's how the pyramids were built. That and aliens. Maybe the cats are the aliens. You look around the alley with a small frown.
Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually?
The cat doesn't answer you, because it's a cat. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, menacingly, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Should I just do what the game says and not take it home? It's probably an ending. With a sigh, You take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking a pet in on a whim. Look, guys, I've got like 4 cats in my house already. I can't afford to have another one. You don't understand. Rent's coming up soon, and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod.
Sorry. Good luck out here, okay?
You turn around and leave the cat and the alley behind. God. Rain's picking up. Time to head home. Ending? Nyat. A fool. Alright, well, that's the ending of Do Not Take This Cat Home. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm just kidding. Oh, hit the like button. But, bro, we got 39 more endings to get. Skip. Okay, this time, I'm gonna take the cat home.
You know what? Chicken butt.
You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you.
Why not?
Meow.
You're all alone, and well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so...
You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest.
Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while.
That's what they all say. Oh, that was so satisfying. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow. But for now, belly rubs.
Let's get you out of the rain, okay?
You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment because you're a broke-ass bitch. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. No bitches? Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. Can't give it human food. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. Moist food already, wow. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. I almost said lick, and I was like, it just reminded me of that episode of SpongeBob when SpongeBob tries Gary's food. The most important meal of the day, living it up Gary's way. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. And completely ignores it.
Damn it!
You know, that's what cats do. You get them all this fancy stuff, and they don't give 2 shits about it. But if it comes in a box, you know damn straight they're gonna be playing in the box the whole time.
Not hungry, I guess.
You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat, after all.
I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay?
The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Would you even call ingredients a fucking sandwich? As long as you have bread and something to put on it, it's a sandwich. Bread toasted. Mayo and mustard spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomato
Ow!
You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato.
Stupid.
You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh. tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you, making fun of you.
Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just a...
Nani? You watch as the cat starts to... Okay. What do you think it's gonna be? Does he A, lick it, B, pick it up and chase you with murderous intent, or C, does it pick up the knife and begin to cut the rest of the tomato, gradually getting better throughout the years and becoming an amazing award-winning chef with not one, but 2 Michelin stars? And the answer is A. He licked the fuck out of it.
Oh, jeez.
Lick lightly, but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. And this cat's a freak. He's licking it like it was a butthole.
Huh?
The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Word. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Right? Left. Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Right. Yeah, shut up, you freaking sneak. What are you? Skinwalker? Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside, not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Yeah, one night of face-eating awkwardness. Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Spoilers? Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood, and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner. Untouched. Is he gonna put his blood in the cat food? Shut up!
Shut the fuck up! Ugh, come on, enough already.
You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply.
Ugh.
At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep.
Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down.
You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. That's inhumane. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline at... Omae wa mou shinderu.
Eek!
The lights just went out.
Good thing I have night vision.
Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. Yeah, is the cat named Rain? You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. What is this? Like 2006? You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. Okay. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. Well, that is trippy. It's like a big olive-colored ball. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock.
Egad!
It's kill o'clock.
Holy crap.
The cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. And going completely haywire. This ain't kill or hell. I can't tell. Mars. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round, inky blots. The fuck did you just do? Flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart. It's overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. Slender Man. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock, and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Ooh, let's play.
Alright, guys, let's play Do Not Take This Cat Home.
Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Oof! A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. It's pee. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, in regards to your inexplicably opened door screech to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. Nani? It's your kitchen knife. And still tinted red from your earlier blender. But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. When you spy something in the darkness, just beyond the knife. Okay, so if you had picked option B before, you could also be right. Still hoping option C comes to fruition. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight, and bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you've taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. Scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. Blood. Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding! The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. Gotcha. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. But there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Is this just a nightmare? Oh. Ooh. I'm going to... This time around, I'm just going to keep running, because I'm a little bitch. That's what I would do in this situation. Actually, no, I would definitely turn around to see what it was. I had to know what was about to kill me. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. Okay. You're walking. Right. Of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it.
Huh? What was that?
This is just the same stuff, except... Oh. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Meow meow. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box. It's
John C.
Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. Again.
It's an interesting looking cat. It's pretty yellow eyes, shining like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Meow.
Oh my god.
Oh. You look so familiar. Right?
Whoa.
Time travel. Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently, waiting for you to do something. Don't take it home.
Alright, I guess we're gonna take it home.
You know, the last cat I took in was a literal hellspawn, so this can't be much worse. Can it?
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Right?
Woohoo!
You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. Sounds like somebody I know. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. Purr, purr, purr. And I feel like the cat is British. Purr, purr, purr. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm.
Let's get you out of here, yeah?
Purr. On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food.
Nah, cats like to drink blood.
But that would be a waste of time. Completely different game. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment. But it simply sits and looks up at you, expectantly. Again. Do something alone. Do something with the cat. Obviously, I'm gonna do something with the cat. Like what? Kick. On second thought, fuck this cat. I don't mean literally. Play with it.
Woohoo!
Poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in that old box all day. Just watching crowds of people walking by them. Ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? I don't know if the mic just picked it up, but I just had like a crazy whistle in my teeth. Ah.
Ah, you just want some attention, don't you? You wanna play, huh? Woohoo! Okay then.
What to play though? Ball. I think my laser pointer still works. I don't know, you tell me. Hide and seek, a classic. This could be scary. That's why I'm gonna pick it.
What about hide and seek?
This guy, Fang. I want to say hide and seek. Well, I guess kind of, but this guy's always chasing me around. So I always try to hide from him. His little dumbass is just like looking around, meowing for me. Gets pretty annoying. That sounds like a yes. You're not quite sure how this is going to work. Can a cat even understand the concept of a game? Let alone one with rules like hide and seek?
Here, just...
Alright, we got another cat in the house. Oh, you'd be perfect for the thumbnail. You pick up the cat and turn them away from you before hiding behind the armchair. You're almost certain the cat must have turned and looked while you were hiding. Out of confusion at least, if nothing else. You're gonna look up, it's on top of the couch, and it's gonna be holding the knife. Hi, look! It's you! Hey, fuck you too. Dick. Regardless, a few moments later, the cat cautiously peeks around the armchair at you, eyes curious. You smile and scoop it up, holding it out in front of you.
You found me. You win.
Well, the cat looks confused, but pleased at your praise. This time you put it on the armchair so it can't see your hiding spot as easily. You dash over to the kitchen, hiding behind the counter. It takes a little longer this time for the cat to find you. This time when it does, it startles you by hopping down into your lap from the countertop above.
Whoa! You found me again. Okay, you win.
You reward it with little scratches behind the ear and under the chin when it leans into your touch. Oh my god! Okay, this is actually like really ironic. All the cats want to be in my room while I'm recording a game about a cat. I swear I had nothing to do with it.
Okay, why don't you give it a try?
You go and stand in the middle of the living room. The cat following you. You make a show of covering your eyes and turning around. He's gonna open his eyes and everything's gonna be different.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
You turn around and see that the cat is gone.
Huh. You sure catch on quick.
There aren't that many places available in your apartment for someone your size to hide. But without the opposable thumbs needed to open the close. But without the opposable thumbs needed to open the closed doors in the hall, the cat will have its limits too. Fair game.
Okay, now where to look?
Okay. Knowing what we know about this cat, I would say kitchen because he's looking for bloody knife. But we've hid in the living room and kitchen, so I'm gonna go hallway because it's the only place nobody hid before. You peek around the corner into the hall. Nothing. You're not sure what you were expecting. With all the doors closed, there's nowhere in the hall for the cat to hide. Okay, kitchen. You peek around the counter. Grab a chair and check on top of the fridge. You even open the cupboards along the floor just in case the cat managed to squeeze inside. Nothing. You decide that's for the best. The kitchen is for making food, not playing games. You literally just hid in there. Gee guys, what should I pick? The bedroom. Okay. You look behind the couch and the armchair. Then under the coffee table. Nothing. The living room is pretty sparse when it comes to furniture after all. Did you check the ceiling? You couldn't find the cat anywhere. You start to get a little worried when you hear a soft sound coming from the hall. You head to the hall and listen again. I don't hear nothing. Okay, now I do. That sounded like it was coming from your bedroom. But you walk down the hall to your room and gingerly open the door.
Yeah.
The cat trots out and runs around your legs and meowing insistently. It looks disappointed somehow. Perhaps in your apparently subpar seeking skills. This cat has phasing powers. But you lift the cat into your arms and look at your bedroom door.
How did you get in my room?
You know the door was closed. Right? The cat wiggles out of your hold and runs out in the hall. You follow to see it sitting in the middle of the living room. Upon seeing you, the cat promptly turns around. Guess it wants to take its turn seeking. You're about to indulge it by hiding around the counter again when... The lights. Did the power go out?
Darn it.
As you wait for your eyes to adjust to the darkness.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Look at the shadow. The shadow has holes where the eyes should be, but the eyes are facing the other way. What? You notice that the cat hasn't moved an inch. Was it scared?
Hey, are you...
What? For some reason, your heart starts beating faster. You consider going over to the cat. But when you do, red means scary. The thought makes you feel insignificant. You feel like your life is in danger. You need to hide. Now! Hide in the hallway closet. You quietly slip into the hallway closet. The door won't close because a heavy box is now blocking it after you squeeze inside. If you try to move it further, the cat might hear it. That is, if it hasn't heard you already. This won't work. You need to hide somewhere else. Hurry. Shit. Get out of the apartment. The door's gonna be locked or something. Hide in the bathroom? You quietly rush to the bathroom and... Why is the door locked? You freeze upon realizing how much noise you just made jostling the doorknob and holding your breath. Listening. The silence coming from the living room feels heavier than before, more restless. Even if some miracle opened the door now, it would know exactly where you were. No good. Hide behind the... fuck. The bedroom's gonna be locked, the apartment door's gonna be locked too. You're halfway to the front door. You look at the door and see several more locks over it than you know you have. You peek over at the cat. It's not looking at you, but you feel a wave of disappointment practically pouring from you into it. It feels almost like a warning. You back away from the door and the feeling slowly subsides, letting you breathe again. There is no getting out that you need to hide. Fuck, behind the counter, whatever. You've hidden there before and it found you almost instantly. That won't work. The fuck do you want me to do then? How disappointing. You failed. Try again? Sure. Hide in the hall. Just in the hall? There's nowhere to hide in the hall. Bedroom. You quietly rush into the bedroom, carefully closing the door behind you. The only place to hide in your bedroom is your closet. Hide in the closet. You lock the door as quietly as you can before lunging into the closet and sliding the door shut. As soon as you secured yourself inside the closet, there's a sudden shift throughout the entire apartment, as if something can sense that you're as ready as you'll ever be. As if it can sense that you're ready to be hunted. Ooh. A horrible chill runs down your spine as you realize that that's what this game has become. This isn't a simple game of hide and seek anymore. This is being hunted by a predator as prey. It never really mattered where you chose to hide, did it? Bam! As if in answer to your question, you hear a loud slam on the bedroom door. You just managed to hold back from making a startled noise at the sound. Bam, bam! Your heart rate kicks up again, making it feel hard to breathe quietly, hard to breathe in general. Bam, bam, bam. Tears fill your eyes as you cover your panting mouth with your shaking hands. It knows. It knows. Crying with your hands over your mouth, trying to smother the choked sounds leaking out of you. You slide down the wall at the back of your closet into a heap on the floor. Golly gee. You flinch harshly at the sound of the door being ripped off its hinges, followed by a loud crash against the wall on the other side of the room, like the door had been blown away. The silence that follows is almost too much to bear. You can't. A single sob escapes through your nose. You squeeze your eyes shut in defeat at how loud it sounds in the quiet of the room. Not much point in hiding it anymore anyways, is there? You instinctively put whatever energy you have left into listening for footsteps, even as you emotionally shut down. But you hear nothing. 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 Then. Shit! Something slides open the closet door. You've curled in on yourself. Knees up. The cat's going meow and all cuddly and shit. Back curved forward. Head down. Mouth covered. Eyes shut tight. So tight it hurts. You don't want to look. You don't want to look. But that's what it's waiting for. It won't end you without this final act of cruelty. Of making you look at it before it takes your life. So cruel. You just want this to be over. So, you open your eyes. You see something glaring in at you from the darkness beyond the closet door. It looks disappointed. In the moment before you draw your last breath, you almost consider apologizing for being such an unworthy prey. Guess your hiding skills were just as subpar as your seeking skills. Ending 13, disappointing prey. Okay, so I doubt I'm gonna get all 40 endings in one video, because I've already been recording for about 40 minutes. I don't know, let's see how much I can get in like 2 hours. You're walking, right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're Actually glad that you did. Okay, skip. I won't take it home this time. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. Okay. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult, but not that responsible. Shut up. You are. With rent and bills to pay for. Not to mention you need to buy food to survive, too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? What is question mark? I just noticed that there's a bunch of question marks. Just stare at the cat. You are not ready. You are not ready. I'm just... No. I must leave. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit. What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down, back to your home? What did I say? You never get You'd never get away from it then. Okay.
Sorry, see you around, I guess.
You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. Ignore! No. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way.
Wait, what was I doing?
Bro's gotta lay off the weed. In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma. Oh yes, the furry dilemma. You'd forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do for your day off. Go watch a movie. Who the hell goes to movie theaters anymore? Go to the carnival, go to the dog park. Ooh, suck on that, cat. You decide to take a stroll in a park or something. The only one within walking distance is the nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First, you get to see a cute cat today. Now you get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. The park is bussin' with owners and their canine companions. Playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Huh? Such cuties. Whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangy mutts. Is that the cat? Sending messages to my brain? What's wrong? You didn't think that. Knew it. You decide to move on. The dogs are also adorable. You want to pet every single one you come across. But you know, not all owners are cool as strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path, trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. All you gotta do is smell like a butt. You don't have to wait very long. Doggy! You stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. Do not take this dog home. I mean, I would never kick a puppy. Would I eat one, though? There's no way.
That's disgusting. I think I'm going to be sick. There's no way I would ever do that.
Kill the puppy.
No, that's horrible. There's no way I would ever do that.
Letting my intrusive thoughts win. Pick up the puppy, I guess. Hold on! Ooh, I got that. I didn't realize there was a timer until it was too late. Almost. You just barely managed to rein in the reflex to throw the puppy as far away from you as possible. With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. The owner seems confused by your reaction to their puppy.
What, you don't like my puppy? Ugh.
The owner seems confused by your reaction to their puppy, but you just wave at them in a daze before hastily stumbling away. You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. No, I will stay at the park. And eat some more puppies. You stay at the park! You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path. But every so often, one will run up to you. Ooh. What's with the red eyes? And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe you should have taken the cattle. This cat is just Zalgo. You should have stayed with me instead.
No photographs, please.
You're broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap.
Now, is it A, a cat, B, a frisbee, or C, the woman you passed on the corner on your way here?
You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs.
Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back?
You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly... Oh, he's gonna eat your nuts, bro. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Who's your good boy? Ooh. Holy shit, that's disgusting. Smile dog. Uncanny dog. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry and throw it back.
Oh,
Throw. Ooh. You throw the frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive. The dog and the owner walk up to you.
thanks for that. You can pet him if you want.
The dog looks up at you, eager for its reward of pets and pats for catching the frisbee.
Should I?
Pet dog. Pet dog. Pet dog. Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. I don't listen to reason. Why would I click the option with the red scary writing? I'll click the option with the white scary writing. Pet the dog. That was really unsettling. You reach out your hand. You gonna bite his hand off? And you pet the dog. Who's that good boy? The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. Bro caused an eclipse. You look up along with all the pet owners to see what this... You look up along with all the pet owners to see that the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You vaguely remember that you should never look directly at an eclipse.
Good thing I brought my shades.
But for some reason, you don't look away. A loud piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears. But the dog turned into slime. But the hand that had been cautiously pressed upon the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance, like sticky slime, almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. The dog's head stretches with it too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. An indescribable goo. You see similar piles of clothes next to piles of goo scattered all across the park's open field. All the dogs, all their owners. This music doesn't fit well with this scenario. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then starts to move with a shudder. Are they gonna amalgamate into a giant pile of goo and flesh? Looks like it. It slithers across the grass towards the field in the center of the park. All the other piles of goo following after it. They mix and meld together into a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. Bulges and grows. You watch in dazed horror as it then fills out and shapes itself. Into a mouse? Oh. Into a behemoth of a dog. Snarling and frothing at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching. Before the glowing orbs land directly on you. Rawr. The rumbling growl it emits is so low and deep, you can feel the sound of it crash into you. Leave the park, I guess. I guess now it's finally time. God. I mean, I'm not going to talk about what the slits in its eyes look like, but no. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run, but you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. And you get yeeted across the park. Jesus. You done? It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21. Dog person. The weather is absolutely perfect today. Okay, I'll take it home again. Do something alone. Now, what would a lonely single man living on his own do alone? Tiny solitaire. That's right. clean apartment, watch a movie, take a nap. Let's clean this nasty apartment out. I have a guest. You decide that even if it's your day off, that doesn't mean you should be completely unproductive. You know you have a guest and all, but you really shouldn't put off your chores. Best to get them done while you're in the mood to do so. So for now, you get dressed, roll up your sleeves, and get to work on cleaning the apartment. At least, you try to. You sweep the living room. You wipe the kitchen counter. Okay, you don't make your bed, but who actually does that anyway? Still, you notice that no matter how much you clean up, you keep finding more messes than when you started. Hey, you missed a spot, nerd. You peek over at the cat. You suspect that it might be the culprit behind this mystery, but every time you rush to check on it or catch it in the act, you always find it napping in the living room. You keep cleaning, but the cat, or something, keeps leaving more and more mess in its wake. Keep cleaning. That's what you are. You're a slave. When you have cats, you're a slave. It's true. You keep cleaning, but there's just more mess. And more. And more. When you finally stop and look around you, you don't even recognize your home anymore. There's piles of junk everywhere. Do you even own this much stuff? You don't remember ever buying or receiving most of it. You know, hoarding is a very serious mental condition, and you should always seek help if you feel like you're a hoarder. Don't hurt the people around you. The piles tower over you. You feel claustrophobic. The stench of garbage is overwhelming, despite your hands feeling raw from all the cleaner fluid you've been using. Your eyes still burn from the bleach. You need some air. You need to get out of here. What was that? You hear a crash and see a teacup you're certain you don't own smashed on the floor. You look up and see the cat perched on a teetering pile of china and kitchen appliances. It carefully nudges another teacup from the pile, sending it careening to the ground. But you don't even flinch as it shatters. Instead, you start to chuckle. Suddenly, you're laughing. It's so hilarious. The tears start running down your face.
I knew it was you. You did this, didn't you? You cheeky little bugger.
You pick up the largest piece of ceramic from the broken teacups.
Didn't you?
And throw it at the cat.
Yay!
The cat dodges by leaping off the pile, and then the whole pile falls. The pile sways. It sways. It's falling. It's falling towards you. Oh! Oh my god.
Man, that really hurt.
You can't move. You are buried. The pile fell on top of you. Broken shards of fine china and sharp utensils are piercing your skin. Your organs. Your bones feel loose and limp, crushed under the heavy appliances. Warm liquid pools under you.
Now, is it A, blood, B, pee, or C, diarrhea?
With the last of your strength, you listen as the cat pads over to you before laying down and purring sleepily.
Aww. Like all you guys.
Yeah. A nap sounds pretty good. Ending 1A. Not so clean getaway. Don't take it home. Leave the cat. Ignore. Go to the carnival.
Now what kind of hijinks can I get up to here?
You spend the day at the carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, pharaoh boat. Rides you've been on before. Hoops, coin toss, balloon darts, balloon nuts. Games you've played before. Funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy. Food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people all having fun together. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you, a little bitch. The sun hasn't started to set yet, still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. When you stop in your tracks, you see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors. It sounds kind of lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? Enter the maze. That sounds amazing. Get it? Because, mate, you enter the maze. A few rooms in, and you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself, as ugly as ever. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why did you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea, even if it was something new to experience?
I can't do this today.
You turn around to head back the way you came, only to bump into a mirror.
Ow, what the? Where's the exit?
You try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you're all turned around, you realize that the way you came in is completely gone.
Oh, okay. Don't panic, I just have to keep going forward, right?
You step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down and pick it up.
What's this doing here?
In your hand rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. Huh. The light doesn't look very...
Crap, the lights.
Did the power go out? Or did the attraction operator forget you were in here? How long have you been in here, actually? You pull out your phone to check the time, or maybe call the police. Your phone is dead. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light it emitted earlier was dim enough for you to know there's probably not that much juice left. Best to reserve it for a worst-case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. You take a calming breath.
Well, forward we go.
Hello, darling adventurer. Huh? Who's that? Welcome to the Mirror Maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Yes, I need help. No, I don't even know you. What if I was like, nah, fuck you. I'm built different. I'm just gonna say yes, because... Oh. Once again, welcome to the Mirror Maze. You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry. You're in good hands. Or rather, good paws. Get it? See these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency light will flash, letting you see the path before you for a second. And also what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kind kitties, just go where they are and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only things in there. It is highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please take caution when advancing to the next room. Of course, this wouldn't be much of a mirror maze without mirrors. Can they hurt you? No, they're just mirrors, silly. They don't do anything at all. And you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can't pass through. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours. Though, if you find a room with no helpful kitties in sight, and all the paths lead to a mirror or something else, it's recommended that you stay put. And just maybe it'll work itself out. Now for your navigation tools. That flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. It'll only let you get a quick extra peek at your surroundings about 5 times. So try not to use it all up at once. 25? Oh, fuck. You can keep track of your progress through the rooms up to the left, and your lives up to the right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid the less friendly guests lurking around. Why only 3 lives, you ask? Because fuck them, that's why. Because you're soft and squishy. It wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human, and humans usually only have the 1 life, yes? And yet here, you get 3. Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Are you ready to play? Not gonna lie, I had a little too much fun doing that. I'm ready to play. Can you let me go? Can you turn off the flash, please? This game is too hard. This game's way too easy. I ain't gonna say that. Can you let me go? Your request to forfeit is denied.
Let me out of here.
Screaming is not allowed in the maze. Okay, whatever. I'm ready to play. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Okay, well, I'm obviously going right.
Okay, next room.
Right. Again.
Okay, next room.
Left.
Okay, next room.
Stay.
This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed.
Oh my god, what the hell was on the right?
Okay, next room.
Left. Stay.
This room feels off. Just wait.
Okay, I'm gonna stop repeating the same line. Fuck. That's just crazy. Right. 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 Okay. Just going in circles now. Stay. Left. Right. Center. Bro, I own this maze. Bro, that was too easy. I guess you could say I just have cat-like reflexes.
Brother, this guy stinks!
You see it. The exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts. Just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Trapped forever ending. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void, and yourself? Dozens of you. Hundreds of you wandering around. Aimless. Faceless. And empty. So empty and listless. They don't even acknowledge your presence. You try to turn back. But the glass doesn't give. Past the glass. A familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you. But you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head. Then walks away. The glass goes dark. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as company. Ending 19. You beat the maze. That was upsetting. Okay, I'll take it home again. That's my ish. I will do something with the cat again this time. God, there's so many options. Let's try cleaning the cat. Upon giving it a second look, you realize that the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box. Your mom has a dirty old box. In an alley full of scattered garbage. For who knows how long. You've heard that cats can keep themselves clean, but maybe this is one of those times that a little human help couldn't hurt. You head into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be carefully. You think careful is the way to go. Cats aren't always fond of water, so you doubt it'll be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick the cat up and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. Sink's like a horrible place to wash the cat. You gotta do it in the tub. The cat is startled, but ultimately doesn't try to run away.
Nice.
Wash your tushy. You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half scrub, half massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket, drying it. No towels? Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. Aww. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking on you. Okay, so you see, as you grow older, you might get these urges. But because God hates you, if you touch yourself, you grow hair on your hands.
What?
At least that's what people used to think. You try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Guess you're up next for a bath yourself. Meow! You try to ignore the fur and finish with the cat quickly, but more hair keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms. Before you realize it, you're Italian. They're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try to just yank it off. Look, I'm sorry, I'm immature, but you can't just say it's thick enough and you try to yank it, okay? Ow, what? Pain lances through the spot you tugged at. This isn't a cat, it's a porcupine. Oof! Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is growing? Growing out of you. You can actually feel it now. Fur growing out of your back, your neck, your pussy and your crack. Your face. Your eyes. Ew. Your tongue. It's even growing inside your throat.
Bruh.
Come on, man.
Gasp. Cough. Cough.
As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening fur in your esophagus, the cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead, grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier. Buh, buh. You think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice at least to be looked after and cared for in some way, even if it is just for a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel, before you're no longer able to breathe. Ending 15, Self-Care Buddies. Okay. I am going to watch a movie. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. Sorry, the theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. Old theater sounds like it could be scary. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s. Maybe even the 70s. I'm about to go all massacre at the Mirage on these bitches, am I right? But it's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. Get it? Like a cat? Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds before the screen flickers on. No commercials or trailers pop up, the movie just begins. Pleased, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. But just as you're getting into the premiere, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. Way to kill my vibe, bruh. You hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense the new presence slowly shifting around the theater, before heading in your general direction.
What?
You gape in utter disbelief as a stranger shuffles down the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. What an inconsiderate piece of shit. There's no one else here, and plenty of places to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall. Even with the stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. Yo, we trying to start a fight? No. We will be civil. We will just move to another spot. He's obviously gonna follow and sit right in front of us again. You don't want to risk escalating the situation further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another, less perfect seat in the theater. See, I'd say just go to the very front because he can't sit in front of you, but then he could just sit behind you. So, that's worse. But, as you settle down, you see the strange person get up, only to once again sit down in the seat directly in front of you. That would actually be so creepy. You look around somewhat helplessly, as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all of this is, or to at least inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's how you've always liked it, but you can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else here, if it meant not being alone with this weird jerk. I'm gonna confront this motherfucker. You think you're tough, eh? We'll see. You hate confrontation. You can already feel your palms starting to sweat at the idea of it. Your throat's closing up, and your body's starting to shake. He's gonna...
Excuse me? Why are you blocking me?
You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter. But you paid for this ticket. You've wanted to watch this movie for ages. And now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone in this theater. There's no one who will help you if something goes wrong. But you're angry enough that you ignore the signs of your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and the stranger. You stand up, even standing, and higher up on the incline, the stranger is still at least a head taller than you. Is that a cat on his head? I don't think so. He turns his head around. The movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if a hush immediately falls heavily over the theater at your movement. As if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next. You square your shoulders and force a little brass into your voice. Hey! The effort makes your words come out more harshly than you intended, like a sudden and vicious bark. But you figure they deserve it anyway.
You're being a real jerk, you know that? Just what are you playing at, huh? Are you trying to piss me off?
The silence that follows your words is deafening. So much so that you glance at the screen, only to find that the movie has paused? Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly, like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the moves of a predator. You don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare to blink. Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns. Then turns some more. Here we go. Then turns more, beyond what should be possible. Neck bones cracking. I don't know, I think I can do that. You can't move. Wide glowing eyes resting above a wider grinning mouth gaze down at you. The stranger opens their mouth and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. I'm trying to comprehend, but it's just impossible. The voice is endlessly deep and creaks like a weighty door, foreboding and oddly melodic. Alluring. But it also snaps you out of your terrified trance, and before you know it, you're already out the door. You run through the halls of the empty theater, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind, but you're too afraid to look. The exit now in sight, you sprint forward and burst through the doors. You look around frantically and spot the crowded cinema across the street. People. That's what you need. Safety in numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush into the street when a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. Oh. Man, there's so many goddamn endings in this game. Okay, I didn't look the very first time. I mean, this will be my last ending for this video at least. So, whatever, I'll look behind me. What you got? Despite your resistance, you feel your head turning to look back of its own accord. While in the middle of the street, you catch a glimpse of a grotesque-looking person standing behind the glass doors of the old theater, watching you intensely, cradling something in their arms. Something familiar. What? What, you got isekai'd by a truck? A glimpse is all you get, as a truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. He's gonna be reincarnated as a mouse. Oh my god, he's gonna get reincarnated as a mouse, and then the cat's gonna chase him. It's not actually gonna happen, but that's what I would do. You're killed on impact, your body splattered across the road and crushed further under the heavy tires. Ending 16. Poor screening arrangements. Wowzers. Okay, so this game is really good. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna stop it there. I am curious to see what all the other endings are. So I will probably do a second video for this. Let me know you want that by smashing the like button, right? I gotta say, I've had this game on the back burner for like 3 months. Just had other stuff I had to do first. And it definitely did not disappoint, I will say that. Very interesting. Eerie. I mean, scary, I guess, but you could tell they put a lot of work into it. Its quality's really good. Anyway, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next time.